Okay, this is Ethereum Trade update using a margin of $162.06 on a lot size of zero point 0.4 on Ethereum USD trading in the hourly time frame. The profit is now over $200. So I could have took profit back here, but I moved the target price down here. I'm contemplating on closing this trade out and just taking it. That's a pretty good trade for zero point 0.4 lots. A pretty good trade profit. You could see it's going up now. I think it's going to hit down here though. I think that's going to hit. The way this thing trades, I'm starting to get a little bit of a feel for it, and I think it's gonna come down to where I have the target price right here at that Fibonacci 38.2 level. Sorry, my voice is a bit scratchy. I'm eating some vegan chocolate ice cream, which is pretty good. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to pause the video and see if it will strike that price and try to catch it live. Okay, the trade is now in the 300s. I guess there's some loss. I don't know if that's from the swap. So I think it's a swap and commission. Yeah, it says minus 1.6 and then there's a minus 11.5. So you get a bit of a swap loss, but it has dipped into $300 profit a few times, as you can see right there, 302. So I'm tempted to just close this out right there because that is a pretty good profit for this trade with zero point 0.4 lots. And then I can rethink the pattern and come back to it after a couple hours and see what happens if it firms up. And then I'll be able to trap in the profit. But sometimes it's worth it just waiting. Um, I could have, if I would have caught this, I could have took profit back here and re-entered at the same spot, and I could be up like by $500 right now. But I didn't do that. I was asleep, or shall I say, just waking up and half asleep. You can see it thrusted down there. My target price is right here, so this could happen very soon. You can see the psychology coming in with the red, um, which represents fear candle. These are greed candles, and sometimes you get a bit of a, what is the word? I guess euphoria or momentum. In this case, it's fear momentum. So they're selling because the pattern has weakened. It formed somewhat of a double top up there. And I think earlier I showed, I can't remember if I did or not, but you can make projections by measuring the size of a pattern, and then it's like roughly double this distance. And if this is a double top, which it looks like a double top to me, then you would double the size of that pattern. And just by eyeballing it, if the pattern, if that's a double top, if this is a double top there, I'm gonna delete these lines here so it's not so confusing. Then the projection down here for the double top should be at minimum there for the double top here pattern to play out. And that's not perfect, it's just a projection. It's technical analysis, which is theories. And sometimes they do play out, but they don't always play out. And right now it does look like it is breaking out from this double top, which from here to here there's a double top, you see, and that's the projection, because you take where it bounced and made the first top, you take where it bounced there, and you make a projection based on the size of the pattern. And then since it's a double top and not a double bottom, you measure from the bottom of the pattern down, and that's your projection. So Anyway, let's just fun with magic here. And I should close this. I had over $300 profit. Now it's less than 300 after the projection. And it might not come down to there because, you know, it might firm up. But we'll see. Might as well pause the video again. It's taken a while. I'm almost out of vegan chocolate ice cream, so anyway, I'm gonna pause it. So I could close it and just take that profit, and if you just see like the nature of my trades, I should be able to double this account. I started with 5,000. If I consistently do this every day, or even do better, then I should be able to double it. It seems like there's enough action for me to be able to do it, and it's within my skills to do. So to see on the graph, it says exposure, Ethereum. What was I gonna show? Now I forgot. Oh well, it really doesn't matter. Let's see. Volume. Interesting. So anyway, these my trades have been Ethereum. That's the trade history, and I have one that's open that's not shown there. So Ethereum, 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 Ethereum. Those are all Ethereum USD. Ethereum, 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 Ethereum. So one was a loss, one was a break even, one was a big gain, 686, and another one of my wins was 191. So this trade, if I close it now, will be my second best trade. And the best trade was an accumulation of different positions. So it was a bigger trade than the loss trade because it was a larger size lot and it was part of my strategy. So technically it's the 686 minus that. So technically this is my best trade because that's pretty close to nailing it, okay, where I shorted. It's almost impossible to get the exact top or bottom, but that's pretty close to nailing it. So if I take this, there are no other losses within this trading pattern. Before I had three open trades in the trading pattern, which were these three trades, and that was another solo trade that I made 191 on. So these three trades were all traded in the same pattern. They were all buys. The other one was a buy as well, but it was placed by itself and then closed, and then I re-entered at the same level in the first re-entry, but instead of a full lot, I placed a half a lot, and then that didn't work out, so I added another half lot, and that didn't work out, and so I added a full lot, and then the full lot was at the entry point of one of the trades, of the middle trade. So that one broke even, and then you can see what happened there. I because this trade of 1.0 lot was bigger than the other ones and placed at a better position, I was able to erase the loss of $356. So essentially I only gained a little over $300. So this trade by itself is going to do that by itself without all the risk. So I'm only using a margin of 162, and this trade hasn't gone against me for very long. So that's pretty much nailing it. That's sticking it. So I should just close it out because you never know what can happen. I just need to go to there though. That's it. And I'll be satisfied. If it ticks a little bit farther down, I might just close it out. I think if it goes down there, it will be my best trade though. So I'm trying to. There's a little bit of ego in this. I could have my best trade now. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pause the video. We'll see what happens. It's almost there. Maybe I should let it roll. Come on now. Come on now. Just a little more. Just a few ticks more. Come on now. It's not gonna do it for me. Even if I ask nicely, it doesn't really work that way. So you could beg, you could pray, you can do whatever you want, but the market is just gonna do what the market does. So I'm like, it's like, I don't know, you could compare it to like something like surfing or whatever. The ocean waves are gonna do what the ocean waves do. You're either gonna catch them right or you won't catch them right. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, and right there I caught that right. So we just gotta, the target price is 394.64 and the current ask price is 396.27. So I need basically two more full points. 394.64 is the target price down here, because I got to get that red line is the ask price. It's got to go down there. It can't be the ask price. It can't be the bid price. I mean, so you have a bid and then you have an ask price. So there's a spread, and in order for that to trigger, it's going to have to get to there. It's not going to be that much more money. I should just close it. Oh, I'm going to pause it a bit and see what happens. Okay, there was some movement. It's let's see if I could catch it. So the bid is right where my target price is, but not the ask. So I'm looking at like $370 profit right there. So it'll be almost $400 if that triggers. So I'll have to just get a little bit lower, but it's not quite there. I think I might pause it again because there's just no telling how long this will take. So it can be a little annoying and a little nerve-wracking, but part of being a good trader is having patience. So before I had my stop loss up here, but I decided to lower it a bit because I felt like I got gypped, so I want to make my trade worth it, so to speak. All right, now it's really being annoying, so I'm going to pause it. So the time is 12. It's a little after 12. 12 a.m. just after 12 midnight on a Tuesday, and my clock is wrong, so I don't know exactly, but it's about 12:10 a.m. My clock is actually wrong on my computer. 12:10 a.m. Mountain Time in Arizona. And this is the great thing about this market, is it's 24/7. So I have the opportunity to make money 7 days a week trading. But this pattern is really messing with me. I'm considering just Xing this and taking the gain instead of waiting for the market to go down there and take my profit. But it's so close. So the new candle is basically, this new candle has just formed. Okay, but it's hard to say if it'll go below that. This is a 38.2 psychological level. It could find support there. It could go below it. I'm getting a little bothered that it isn't going below it. So thinking about just taking the profit, but I'm not sure. Could it go up? Could it go up? It could go up. Could it go down? It could go down. So that's like the conundrum. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, and if it doesn't tick lower, I'm going to close out the trade because I need to lock in that profit, and then I could always get in on another trade. We're only talking a few more points now, unless I'm gonna lower it substantially. I'm really not gaining that much by waiting, and if I lose the opportunity, then I could lose all of this profit. So I'm ahead over $300 on the pattern. So thinking here, I'm going to keep this open so I could close the trade because I don't want it to tick higher. I'm going to pause it and see what happens. And so I don't, what am I saying? I don't even know what I'm saying. Geez, I don't. I write robots, okay? So some good price action there. It looks like it wants to go down. The thing about this is when you write robots, you lose the actual physical feel of the market and gut feeling. See, I can feel the pattern right now, and I can feel it wants to go lower, but in some ways a robot takes out the emotion, but sometimes if you know how to trade and you have gut feeling, that can be bad for you. But I still write robots because they help you, because there's a part of the market where you can't always participate in the market. Now I'm glued to the screen right now, so like you can't always be glued to the screen. And that's the beauty of having a robot that just trades without thinking about it. But like right now, I could manually change things and just take the profit, or I could just base it on pure technical, non-emotional, right? And then who's to say what's right, right? But actually, the robot is probably better if you know how to get the math behind it right. But this is very tough because there is a spread there, and I could just take this profit right now, and it's right at where I want it to trade, but because of the spread, it hasn't taken the profit. So you see, I don't have that much farther to go. So what am I gaining by this? Just a few dollars. Unless I decide to lower the target price even lower. Maybe I should do that. I'm not going to though. But I might as well pause this because it's just like dangling there, and it may take forever to do that. It might start trading up again. And look, it just has to go like one tick lower. All right, I'm gonna pause the video. This is gonna take forever. Okay, it just traded below that Fibonacci level, the 38.2. So it's now just below the magic number. Now there's no reason it can't firm up. That could just be a pro blower. This could still be support, but it did trade below the psychological level. So now there is more weakness, at least for the time being. Will it give? Will it give? Will it give? It's just about there. It just has to go a few more ticks, and my trade's this about, it's over $400 in profit. Is this about there? Just one more tick. It just needs one more tick. Come on. So it's being very stubborn, but there it is. Boom. That was it. That was it. Caught live. And it went a lot lower too. I could have lowered it. Look at that. It just busted. It just busted. I could have took way more profit. Um, that's the psychology behind the 38.2. Did you see that? So that was live market magic. The 38.2 is a magic number and it's a psychological level. So now there's no support now because that level didn't hold. Now, I feel I did well though because it didn't trigger here, and so I lowered it down to here. And what would have happened is I would have traded the same trade again, and who knows what would have happened. But I decided to shoot for a lower target, and it worked out. So there is some firming there. We'll see what happened, but you could see how it was just like cutting through butter once the 38.2 gave away. But there isn't a lot of thrust right now. It looks like it's firming up. So anyway, let's look at the profit now. The profit on that trade was $420.80. Okay, that was that took out the what they took for swap and spread and all that, and I came out with 420. So technically that's my best trade, because even though the other trade was 600 and something, it was 600 and something minus the 356, because the 356 was my initial trade followed up by two other trades. So 420 is my best trade because I didn't have any other trades open that were losses. So boom, nailed it. So now I'm gonna plot my next trade. I'm gonna pause the video and do some chart analysis and see which way I want to go. If I want to go long, do I want to go long? Do I want to wait and see what happens? See if it goes up first, see if it goes down. I'm not sure right now. Right. This is Neil Russell. You could follow me on YouTube. That's it, man. I'm taking a break. It's a lot of work.